The Lord declares that the final wish of one with a wealthy soul is about to transform your existence. With their very last breath, they spoke your name. You have been selected not by accident, but by divine alignment. You are on the verge of inheriting something far greater than mere material wealth, something that heaven itself has already ratified. The angels are assembling, and this is a moment you cannot afford to overlook. You stand at the threshold of a miracle. Comment Amen to affirm that you are prepared for what heaven has orchestrated for you. What I am about to entrust to you is uncommon. It is more than just a name inscribed on a document or a concealed treasure. It is a sacred inheritance, woven with honor, compassion, and restoration. While others grieved over what they had lost, this individual whispered your name with hope. They perceived in you a radiance, a kindness, a steadfastness worthy of carrying their legacy onward. I perceived it as well. That is why I sanctioned it in the heavenly courts. This is no accident. This is no error. It is my divine imprint placed upon your life. And now, that imprint is being acknowledged on earth. Within a short while, you will start to perceive the change. It will arrive first as a gentle breeze, then as a sudden affirmation. You will recognize it. It will be undeniable. What once seemed unattainable will suddenly fall into your grasp. It is approaching swiftly. Comment 1111. If you have faith that I am orchestrating things in your favor at this very moment, I need you to listen closely. The world may disregard you, but heaven never has. You are not forsaken. You were never on the periphery of my plans. The very matter you wept over when no one was watching is what I am now attending to. Your suffering did not escape my notice. Your sacrifices were not invisible. The one who named you in their final wish perceived your heart. But I, the Lord your God, have always perceived your soul. This inheritance is not about riches or property. It is about purpose. It is about you stepping into the person you were always destined to become. It is about restoration, everything the adversary attempted to pilfer. It is about authority, no longer begging for fragments when I have ordained you as royalty. I am unlocking something in the spiritual dimension that will overflow into the physical realm. Contracts will seek you out. Opportunities will summon you. I am dispatching individuals to show you favor without cause. That is the evidence of my presence. Like this video, if deep within you, recognize this as your sacred moment and your wait has been long enough. This person who has passed away perceived something that others overlooked. They understood your worth even when you questioned it yourself, and I honored their petition. Their dying wish was not a farewell, it was a transfer. I am now placing the baton in your grasp. You are not running alone. My spirit runs alongside you. My angels shield you. The windows of heaven are opening, not merely to bless you, but to shatter every chain of poverty, grief, and uncertainty. You were never meant to endure suffering for as long as you did. The trials were genuine, but so is your testimony. You survived storms that would have overwhelmed others. You praised me when it defied logic. You still whispered my name when your voice trembled. That is why this is unfolding now. I am not behind schedule. I am precise, and I am proclaiming this. You are the possessor of something that will outlast you. Generations will be touched by what I am entrusting to you now. Comment 222. If you have faith that my timing is flawless even when it feels postponed. Some of you consider yourselves undeserving of such a blessing, but listen to me. Grace is not about worthiness. It is about love. And I love you. I loved you in the obscurity, and I am elevating you into the light. I loved you when you were quiet and fractured, and now I am uttering your name aloud in places you have never even set foot. Your name is resonating in boardrooms, on documents, in discussions, because I have ordained it. So do not diminish yourself. Do not apologize for receiving favor. You are not displacing anyone. You are stepping into your own place, and the one who bequeathed this to you, their soul rejoices in heaven, because you are walking in what they prayed for. This is holy. Handle it with reverence. Steward it with meekness, but do not question it. Do not undermine it. Do not postpone it by second-guessing what I have already affirmed. You asked me to remember you. I never overlooked you. You pleaded with me not to let your narrative conclude in disappointment. I rewrote your conclusion. You implored me not to let you remain unseen. I have made you the central figure in this divine narrative, and it is only commencing. This is not the blessing you pursue. This is the blessing that pursues you. Keep your spirit receptive. In the coming hours, you will sense a shift. I will disclose the full details shortly, but right now, I needed you to hear this. Your name is sealed with intention, your hands are consecrated with duty, and your heart is being fortified with tranquility. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer, buried in a classified FBI report, is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The Lord declares, I have murmured your name into the breeze and scattered it throughout the heavens. Every angel who carries out my command knows who you are. This is not an ordinary moment. This is a sacred disruption. A divine exchange is taking place in your favor, and nothing can hinder it. I am shifting mountains for you, because the one who bequeathed this special inheritance to you did so under my divine guidance. They listened to me, and now I am asking you to listen as well. Comment 333 to proclaim your trust in what I am releasing over your life. Even when you felt unready, I was preparing you. When you believed you had squandered too many opportunities, I was safeguarding your true moment. This is it. This is the moment that clarifies the pain. This is the doorway that makes sense of the delays. This is the confirmation that silences the doubt. Heaven has witnessed your tears, and now heaven is unleashing the response. This inheritance is not merely a present. It is an ordination. You have been strategically placed on purpose. I did not bring you this far to tantalize you with hope and then abandon you. I am not the God who forsakes. I am the God who reclaims, renews, and compensates. Your faithfulness in obscurity has established a foundation for this blessing to alight. I observed how you gave when you scarcely had enough. I observed how you persevered when your energy was spent. You did not just earn favor, you unleashed it. I am reminding you that what I have set in motion cannot be revoked by humanity. No earthly court can nullify what I have inscribed in my courts above. No voice of envy, no whisper of skepticism, no delaying tactic from the adversary can obstruct what I have decreed. Your name has been uttered in chambers you have yet to enter. Your legacy is expanding because I am the author, and I do not craft insignificant stories. Comment 555. If you are prepared to walk in what heaven has already affirmed for you. This person who included your name in their final wish did not do so arbitrarily. I placed you upon their heart. Even as they were preparing to depart this earth, they were speaking your name into their final decisions. That is sacred. That is divine. That is not to be taken lightly. It signifies that you carry something within you that others perceived and esteemed. And now it is your turn to ascend into that calling. You are not stepping into a burden. You are stepping into a breakthrough. I need you to conduct yourself as someone who has been entrusted. Speak like someone who bears my anointing. Think like someone who knows heaven is supporting them because I am. I have not only consecrated your name, I have encircled it with flames. Every assault that sought to ruin you is now being transformed into favor. What was intended for your harm is becoming the foundation for your exaltation. What they termed failure, I am terming foundation. You are not the same person who endured those storms. You are stronger now, wiser now, closer to me now. And that is precisely why I am releasing this blessing now. I do not give you more than you can bear, and now I know you are ready, ready to accept, ready to guide, ready to abound. Your faith has withstood the test, and now your recompense is being delivered in both visible and invisible ways. Do not let fear dissuade you from this. Do not let voices from your past dictate your future. I have already given my consent. All of heaven is endorsing that consent. The one who named you in their final moments knew you would honor the blessing, and I know it too. I am placing significance on your name, dignity upon your steps, safeguard over your path, because what lies ahead is momentous. Comment 12:12. If you accept this protection and promise from me, you will begin to notice extraordinary favor. People will start treating you differently. Doors that were barred will swing open unexpectedly. The phone call will arrive. The confirmation will materialize. The atmosphere surrounding you is changing because I am moving through it. The ground beneath you is being readied to bear something heavier. Blessing, authority, abundance. It is not merely money, it is a mantle. It is not merely acknowledgement, it is accountability, and you are ready. Do not mistake this for ordinary acquisition. This is kingdom inheritance. It is not founded on chance or technicalities. It is founded on vocation. I am giving you what they could not take with them because I trust you to multiply it, honor it, and employ it to bring illumination into shadowed places. This inheritance is not solely for your advantage. It is for my glory. And you, my child, are now part of a divine narrative that will influence more lives than you can enumerate. You once inquired why it was taking so long, why so many tears, why the protracted nights. And here is the explanation. I was building capability. I was instructing your spirit on how to manage what I am about to release. I was refining your insight so you would not mistake a diversion for an opportunity. And now, because you remained close to me, I are opening a vault in your life that no one can shut. Stay alert, stay humble, and stay in position. I am not finished yet. In fact, I are just commencing. What you are about to encounter will not only bless you, it will heal parts of you that you had forgotten needed restoration. That is the nature of my blessings. They do not merely fill your hands, they renew your soul. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The Lord declares, what I am placing into your hands is not just riches, it is wisdom, heritage, and sacred duty. This was not a random choice. You were selected before your birth. Before the foundations of the earth, I beheld you. I formed you. I implanted seeds within you that are now being nourished by this moment. This gift, proceeding from the final wish of a faithful servant, is simply my way of honoring both their obedience and yours. Comment 777. If you have faith that this is your divine moment, inscribed by me, you have questioned why your name would be linked to something so immense. Why would you be granted this kind of blessing while others ignored you, doubted you, even spurned you? Because I do not choose based on outward appearance. I choose based on the heart. And your heart, yes, the one that fractured and continued beating, the one that remained tender through betrayal, the one that still believes in me, is why I am acting now. This is not just a twist in your narrative. This is a pivotal moment for your entire lineage. What they could not obtain, you will. What was pilfered from your family in prior generations, I am reinstating through you. What was deferred in their lives is now being hastened in yours. That is why this inheritance is coming to you, because you are the one who agreed with me even when the path was desolate. You have passed through flames. You have been crushed by loss, silence, abandonment, but none of it was squandered. Not one instant of your suffering was ignored. I gathered every tear. I documented every prayer. And I have finally resolved that it is time to compensate your perseverance. The very thing you thought was overlooked is now becoming the reason heaven is highlighting your name. Yes, I said highlighting, not concealing, not delaying, but revealing. Comment 999. If you believe I am shining my light upon your name right now, you will not have to contend for this. It is already being conveyed. The discussions are occurring, the doors are opening, and even those who once attempted to obstruct you are now being directed to stand aside. What I have set in motion is not awaiting human endorsement. It has been inscribed by my spirit and secured with heavenly authority. No demon in perdition, no delay, no distraction can impede what I have determined. The world measures wealth in figures, but I measure it in purpose, and this inheritance is saturated with purpose. It will unlock new levels of faith, new streams of provision, and new realms of influence. You will no longer plead for what is already yours. You will walk with tranquility, not panic. You will no longer merely survive. You will flourish, and in that flourishing, you will assist others in rising as well. That is why I selected you. And hear this. This is not the conclusion of your struggles, but it is the commencement of new triumphs. Every battle you face moving forward will come with new implements of favor, wisdom, and divine support. I am not dispatching you empty-handed. I am sending you full of fortitude, full of lucidity, full of authority. You will not tremble as you once did, because now you know who accompanies you. Comment 1010 if you sense my power enveloping you. Even now, this person who named you in their final breath, they did not just transmit a blessing. They transmitted a mission. You have something to carry onward. You are now the living receptacle of someone's final act of love and obedience. I entrusted them with much, and now I am entrusting you with more. That means I will equip you, I will advise you, I will shield you. You will never be left solitary in this, and know that you do not have to comprehend every step right now. Just trust the one who does. I am not asking you to decipher it all. I am asking you to follow me. I will render the path evident. Even if it appears uncertain now, just move when I say move. Speak when I say speak. Rest when I say rest. Your miracle resides in your obedience, and you are nearer than you imagine. There will be indications. Conversations that seem commonplace will carry profound confirmation. Doors you did not even knock on will open. Even your adversaries will be perplexed about how you are being elevated so rapidly. Let them speculate. Let them converse, but you stay focused, stay prayerful, stay rooted in my word, because I am lifting you not just for your sake, but for the sake of many who will be rescued through your affirmation. This is holy. Manage it with veneration, celebrate it with delight, share it with discernment. Let the abundance of this blessing demonstrate that I never overlooked you. The burden was severe, I know, but the burden refined you. It humbled you. It made you grateful. And now I am bringing beauty forth from the ashes. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The Lord declares, I have not only recalled your name, I have magnified it in places you cannot yet perceive. The significance of this blessing was never haphazard. It was inscribed into your life long ago, awaiting the designated time. And now that time has arrived. A sacred scroll is being unsealed, and inscribed upon it is a transference, a release, a gift of esteem. You have entered a moment that was orchestrated before your first breath. Comment 1515. If you sense this is a moment heaven planned exclusively for you, the person who left this behind did not view you with earthly eyes. They perceived you with spirit-guided clarity. In a world brimming with ambition, they perceived your humility. In a world filled with clamor, they heard your silent cries. That is why your name rests in their final decision. That is why my spirit moved through them, because I required someone who would not just accept, but carry forward my glory through this blessing. This is not about fortune. It is about faith. It is about a generational pattern being shattered because of your alignment with me. This blessing bears my fingerprint. It is distinguished by miracles that currency cannot purchase. When it arrives, you will recognize it. There will be no ambiguity, no uncertainty, only peace. Peace that confirms what I have already communicated to your spirit. This is yours. You are the one. I am with you. For too long, you have lived like a survivor. But now, I am designating you a steward. You have observed others receive while you waited. You have blessed others while concealing your own need. You have stood in faith while feeling like the last in line. But you were never last. I was preparing you for a first fruit blessing, and now that harvest is about to reach your hands. Comment 1717. If you are prepared for the harvest I promised you, do not recoil when it comes. Do not doubt when the documents are signed. Do not hold back when I pour out. Receive with a full heart, because I am pouring not just into your finances, but into your identity. You are not the same person who began this journey. I have refined you. I have matured you. I have granted you vision to perceive beyond the surface, and now you will lead with integrity, love, and boldness. This inheritance will be a tool, a sacred key. It will unlock doors for others as well. The person who left this behind trusted that you would be the one to continue their heart for giving, for healing, for kingdom impact, and they were correct, because I selected you long before they did, and what I select, I bless. What I bless, I protect. What I protect, no one can destroy. You are walking into abundance, not merely enough, but more than sufficient, not merely survival, but significance. I am lifting the weight from your shoulders and placing new strength in your hands. You will manage this with grace. You will navigate this with favor, and you will not be unsettled. I am spreading a table before you in the presence of those who once doubted you, and they will have no alternative but to observe me bless you. Comment amen to accept this table I am preparing for you. You may feel as though you are standing on unfamiliar ground, but this is territory I have readied for you. The steps you are about to take have already been consecrated. Walk with your head elevated, not in haughtiness, but in certainty, because you are not walking alone. My angels precede you. My favor follows you. My presence surrounds you like a shield. The storm that once nearly overwhelmed you will now be the testimony you carry into every room. This blessing is going to make sense of everything that felt senseless. The delays, the heartbreaks, the missed chances, they were never punishments. They were positioning. I was reserving the best for last, and now the last is becoming the most prominent. The final word will not be pain, it will be purpose, and this moment signifies the commencement of that purpose. I want you to prepare. Prepare your heart. Prepare your space. Prepare your mindset. Because what I am doing requires capacity. You cannot accept this blessing with a shattered, skeptical spirit. So allow me to heal what was injured. Allow me to restore what was broken. And then open your hands, because what I am about to place there is heavier than you imagine, but you are now strong enough to hold it. There is power in this moment. Do not hasten through it. Do not neglect it. You may experience chills right now, tears perhaps. That is me. That is how you will recognize it is not merely emotion. It is my spirit affirming this message over your life. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. The Lord declares, I have observed you in the obscure chambers where you believed no one noticed. I was there when you sat quietly, wondering if your life mattered, if your voice carried significance. And now I say this to you with the fullness of my love. Yes, your life matters, and your name carries the resonance of destiny. What is coming to you now is not a stroke of luck. It is the response to the cries you murmured when no one else was present. Comment 222. If you have faith that I have heard even your silent prayers, this inheritance that has been positioned in your name is not just a gift. It is a sacred transfer of trust. The one who left it behind did not do so casually. They were directed by my spirit. I moved through their heart and guided their thoughts toward you. While the world pursued popularity, you selected purity. While others lived boisterously for recognition, you remained quiet in reverence. And now I am elevating you because I perceive what no one else perceived. There is a new kind of favor resting upon your life, one that does not seek authorization, one that does not justify itself. It is a favor that enters rooms and alters the atmosphere. It is a favor that transforms neglected names into renowned ones. It is a favor that silences the adversary before he even articulates. That favor is upon you because I have positioned it there, and nothing will remove it. The very struggles that attempted to disqualify you are now becoming the foundation for your qualification. Every time you thought, why me? I was responding because you are mine. I do not select the flawless, I select the willing. And you are willing to follow me through bewilderment, silence, and brokenness. You are willing to trust me even when it defied logic. That is why I am now disclosing what has been concealed for so long. Comment 111 if you believe this is your season of divine revelation. This is not a season of merely receiving. It is a season of ascending. I am not just presenting you with something, I am welcoming you into something, a mission, a mantle, a movement. You are part of something that will ripple through generations. The blessing you are stepping into has a spiritual blueprint attached to it. It has been prayed over, contended for, sealed in heaven, and now I am placing it in your hands with complete assurance. I am summoning you to walk differently, think differently, speak differently. You can no longer afford to utter death over your life when I am breathing life into your future. No more saying, I am not enough when I have already designated you as chosen. No more shrinking when I have summoned you to stand tall. No more postponing what I have already released. You are ready. This is your moment. Step into it. The one who named you in their final moments. Their soul is rejoicing even now. They perceived your radiance and knew it would perpetuate what they initiated. They did not select you out of sympathy. They selected you out of prophetic insight, and I honored their faith by sealing your name in their final blessing, because I knew this would awaken something profound within you, something sacred, something courageous, something everlasting. Comment 333 to proclaim that you are stepping into everything I have summoned you to carry. You are about to encounter waves of confirmation. Do not disregard them, the melody that brings you to tears. The call that seems to come from nowhere. The dream you have experienced more than once. These are not coincidences. These are my signs. I am communicating with you constantly because the time is now. I am not preparing you for next year. I am positioning you now in this hour, in this interval, because the blessing is in motion. People will inquire how you obtained it, how you were selected. Some will endorse you, others will drift away. Allow them, because I am separating what cannot accompany you into this subsequent season. You cannot carry everyone. You cannot elucidate everything. Just remain close to me. I will manage the voices. I will manage the rumors. I will manage the attacks. Your sole responsibility is to obey. I will handle the remainder. I am aware you have been weary. I am aware you have questioned if you could persevere much longer. But observe yourself. You did. You remained. You worshipped, you awaited, and now heaven is compensating what no one else applauded. You are about to enter something so sacred that even you will not fully comprehend it immediately, but you will experience the peace, you will experience my presence, you will experience the burden lift. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The Lord declares, what I am placing into your hands now carries weight from heaven. This is not just a blessing, it is a sacred commission. You have been entrusted with the legacy of someone who perceived your radiance even through the haze of this world. They perceived what others overlooked. And I affirmed it. That is why their final wish involved your name, because what you carry within you is uncommon, untainted, and potent beyond measure. Comment Amen if you sense me speaking directly to your heart. You may have felt insignificant. You may have lived years feeling disregarded, but this moment demonstrates otherwise. You are seen, you are known, you are selected. Even in your silence, your faith resonated louder than noise. Even in your pain, your prayers agitated the heavens. And now this blessing that is unfolding has been scheduled since before you ever requested it. There is an urgency in my spirit. Now, I am not awaiting perfect conditions to bless you. I am blessing you in the midst of your disorder. I am blessing you before the crowd applauds. I am blessing you while others still discount you. Because this is not about them, it is about me and you. I established a covenant with you, and I do not violate my promises. Even when you faltered, I remained faithful. This inheritance is not just riches, it is a symbol of transition. You are crossing over from waiting to receiving, from barely sufficient to more than adequate, from questioning to clarity, from sorrow to strength. It is not just what is coming to your account, it is what is being infused into your soul. Healing, joy, vision, peace that transcends comprehension. Comment 555. If you accept this shift in your spirit, do not be astonished when things begin to align. Do not second guess it. This is not a deception. It is not a trap. It is a response to your years of faithfulness. The things that lacked logic are about to disclose their purpose. The tears that once saturated your pillow are now irrigating the very harvest that is breaking through the soil. You are entering a new realm physically and spiritually. The blessing tied to this inheritance will generate momentum. Some will depart. New individuals will arrive. Do not cling to what I am trying to release, and do not be afraid to accept what I have positioned before you. You need not question whether you merit it. If I bestowed it, you are intended to possess it. This shift may feel uncomfortable initially. Blessings sometimes stretch you, but I will be right here directing every step. Do not accelerate it. Allow it to develop. Walk slowly if necessary, but keep walking because the route ahead is illuminated with my promise, and every step you take now is a step nearer to who you truly are in me. Comment 12:12. If you have faith in the path I have set before you, this is a season of divine reversal. What was withheld is being released. What was secured is being transferred. What was uttered over you in prayer, even by people you were unaware were praying, is now taking form. I have heard the cries that even you forgot you uttered. I recall the moments you nearly surrendered. That is why this blessing is personal, because you hold that much significance to me. You are not just stepping into provision, you are stepping into prophecy. This moment fulfills more than one prayer. It activates generations of promises. What your parents could not access, what your grandparents envisioned but never attained, is now becoming your reality. Because I selected you to carry this onward, and I will accompany you every step of the way. I want you to begin perceiving yourself differently. Speak life over your name. Gaze into the mirror and proclaim what I declare about you, not what the world has attempted to brand you. You are not too delayed, you are not too damaged, you are not too far gone. You are precisely on time, and you are more than ready. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life, but now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words, and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The Lord declares, I am not merely giving you something that blesses your life. I am giving you something that revolutionizes your entire destiny. What I am placing in your hands arrived through trial, through sacrifice, through the faith of someone who trusted you even in their final breath. This is not a time for reluctance. This is a time for submission, because what is arriving now will be too vast for your former mindset, too sacred for your former patterns. Comment 11:11. If you believe this blessing is more extensive than you envisioned, this inheritance is coming from someone who perceived the fortitude in your spirit. They believed in what I placed within you. They did not select the most renowned. They did not select the most vocal. They selected you because their heart was directed by mine. And I reiterate, it was not arbitrary. It was divinely orchestrated. Their obedience and your perseverance have converged, and this convergence is generating a breakthrough like you have never witnessed. You are about to encounter what it signifies to live under an open heaven. What once felt desolate will begin to flow. Where there was quiet, there will be affirmation. Where there was opposition, there will be liberation. The shift is not impending later. It has already commenced. You may sense a stirring, a weight, a peace, all simultaneously. That is how my presence moves when something sacred is imminent. You once asked me to remember you. You thought I was silent, but I was preparing this. You wept, thinking I was not listening, but every tear fell into my hands. Every sigh in the depths of the night was heard, and now I am responding not just with solace, but with recompense, not just with healing, but with honor. Comment 333, to proclaim you are accepting both healing and honor right now. You are walking into a period where things will quicken, but this is not turmoil, this is divine rapidity. What you imagined would require years will occur in days. What you imagined would necessitate a struggle will arrive with ease. Because when I release something, it arrives with peace, with provision, and with authority. This is not the type of authority that dominates. It is the kind that multiplies, renews, and shelters. You will reflect on this season and comprehend why the spiritual conflict was so intense. The pressure was not intended to shatter you. It was intended to mold you. Because what you are receiving now cannot be supported by the person you were previously. You required growth, fortitude, discernment, and now you possess it. That is why the door is opening. That is why the blessing is arriving. You are ready. I am not just blessing your name. I am healing everything associated with it. The trauma, the rejection, the loss, the disgrace. I am cleansing it. This inheritance is not just about the future. It is about reclaiming your past. Everything that attempted to annihilate you will now testify that it could not prevail. Every falsehood uttered about you will now submit to the truth I am speaking over you. Comment 777. If you recognize I am reclaiming your name in your past, you were not forgotten, you were concealed for protection. I sheltered you while I developed you. And now the time of revelation has arrived. It will occur openly, but it commenced privately. This blessing has been years in the making. You will experience the release in your spirit before you perceive it in your hands. But make no error, it is coming. You are stepping into influence, not the kind the world pursues, but the kind that alters atmospheres. Your words will carry more significance. Your steps will be directed with intention. People will experience peace when you enter the room, because you bear my presence, not because you are flawless, but because you are yielded. That is what I require. Surrendered vessels. This is the hour I have anticipated to demonstrate to you that I can transform your name, from overlooked to favored, from bypassed to positioned, from struggling to enthroned in heavenly realms. You do not have to chase it. You do not have to compel it. You only need to follow me, and I will guide you where you have never envisioned. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know the secret before it's deleted forever. The Lord declares, what you're about to witness is the kind of blessing that renders even your past comprehensible. The kind that responds to inquiries you cease posing. The kind that fills the voids of every solitary prayer and quiet heartbreak. This blessing was not postponed. It was being fashioned. And now I have positioned it in your path through the final wish of a soul that bore my favor and selected you to bear it next. Comment 9999. If your spirit recognizes that something sacred is unfolding, this person's final act of love became my chosen method of elevating you. They perceived your character, your compassion, your fortitude, but even more, they perceived your quiet devotion to me. I want you to comprehend this. When others passed by your hardship, I paused to regard you. I never turned away, and the one who left you this blessing did the same. Their heart aligned with mine in a final act of obedience. What you are stepping into will heal more than finances. It will heal identity. You are not shattered. You are not forgotten. You are not a subplot. You are the headline of heaven's unfolding miracle. The reason it required time is because I was pruning everything around you so that when the blessing arrived, it would have space to establish roots. This time, it will not be unsteady. It will not be fleeting. It will endure. This is the kind of blessing that revises narratives. Not only will it alter your life, but it will alter how others perceive you. Not for the sake of ego, but for the sake of purpose. Because there are individuals connected to your obedience. They require your affirmation. They require your narrative. They require your assent. And now I am elevating you where they can perceive my radiance through you. Comment 222. If you have faith that your life is a vessel of my purpose, this inheritance is not just a title transfer. It is a sacred appointment. I am granting you keys. Keys to unlock what others could not. Keys to shatter generational strongholds. Keys to unlock abundance, not just for yourself, but for others who have been praying for someone like you to pioneer the way. And I have selected you, not because of your history, but because of your resilience. Even when you were encircled by storms, you persisted in worship. Even when you were carrying wounds, you persisted in showing up. That is why I am not just blessing you. I am supporting you. I am proceeding ahead of you. I am clearing roots, aligning hearts, adjusting systems in your favor. You need not fret about how it will transpire. Just remain in step with me and it will. The inheritance may arrive through physical means, documents, phone calls, legal arrangements, but comprehend this. The true inheritance is what is occurring in your spirit. I am reinstating your bravery, reinstating your clarity, reinstating the way you perceive yourself. I am brushing the dust off your name and distinguishing you in the very place they claimed you did not belong. Comment 1010. if you believe I am reinstating everything attached to your name. You have endured sufficient wilderness to understand what is important. That is why I can entrust you with this responsibility. You will not misuse it. You will not idolize it. You will honor it. That is what I required. Someone who would honor what I gave and utilize it to glorify me, not just gratify self. And that is why I have selected you. You may not feel competent, but I never requested you to be. I only requested you to be willing. This subsequent season will require you to walk with boldness. No more apologizing for your favor. No more concealing your gifts. No more second-guessing if it is truly happening. It is, and it is approaching more rapidly than you imagine. Stay prepared. Maintain your posture of worship. Maintain your focus on me, because I am not finished releasing. There are still particulars unfolding. Documents being signed, individuals being moved to speak your name, and even when you do not perceive it, have faith that I am moving. Even in the quiet, I am speaking on your behalf. Even when you feel stationary, I am not. I am shifting things in the background that will transform everything in the foreground. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence spoken once a day is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The Lord declares, you are walking into the portion of your life where I finally demonstrate to you why I requested you to wait. This inheritance, this gift from someone's final wish, is not only a transfer of something valuable, it is a proclamation that you are deserving. You are deserving of being selected, deserving of being trusted, deserving of being recalled in the last breath of someone I deeply cherished. I ensured your name was present there because your narrative is not ordinary. It is sacred. Comment 1515. If you believe I have already inscribed your name into something more significant, you have survived conflicts you never disclosed to anyone. You smiled through pain. You pardoned when it was difficult. You gave when it cost you. That is why this moment is sacred, because this is not just about what you are receiving. It is about who you have become. And now I am granting you more, because I know you will manage it well. This person who remembered you in their final moments carried a quiet power, and now that power is touching your life, their story is not concluded because you are the one continuing it. You are the one I have selected to steward what they could no longer retain. This is not pressure. It is a privilege. You are standing at the intersection of heaven's promise and earth's fulfillment. Do not diminish what I am doing just because it has not yet materialized in the natural. Your spirit can sense it before your eyes perceive it. The shift has already transpired in heaven. Now it is unfolding in time, piece by piece, layer by layer. Confirmation will arrive in ways that silence every doubt. And when it does, do not hesitate. Walk through the doorway. Comment Amen if you are prepared to walk boldly into what I have arranged for you. You are not delayed. You are not behind. You are precisely where you need to be for this to arrive. I am aligning every detail. I are opening channels. I are softening hearts. And I are clearing the way, because this is not just a reward for your patience. It is a resurgence of everything that attempted to expire within you while you waited. There is healing in this blessing, not just for you, but for those who are connected to your life. I am using this inheritance to restore your family's foundation, to lift the burden from your shoulders, to remove the disgrace, to rebuild your confidence, and to demonstrate to the world what I can accomplish. When someone refuses to surrender, you have lost things, people, opportunities, pieces of yourself. But now I am reinstating what the adversary attempted to pilfer. I am replacing brokenness with beauty. I am replacing sorrow with celebration. And I am doing it in a manner that proves it was me. Not luck, not chance, not humanity. Me, your God, your Father, your Protector. Comment 1717. If you recognize I am reinstating more than you lost, you are about to observe doors opening that were once shut in your face. You are about to hear affirmation where you have only heard denial. And when it occurs, you will recognize it is not just about the gift, it is about your development. You did not just reach the promise, you matured into the promise. You are not who you were. You are improved now, stronger, wiser. And that is why this is happening now. I want you to stay grounded, stay humble, stay prepared. This blessing does not signify the conflicts are over, but it signifies you will overcome them differently, with peace, not panic, with clarity, not confusion, with power, not fear, because I am walking with you, and my presence alters everything. Allow people to converse, allow them to speculate, allow them to doubt. They did not witness the nights you spent weeping. They did not witness the faith it required to continue believing. But I did, and that is why I am honoring you now. Not because the world perceives you, but because I always did. And I am not just blessing you today, I am establishing your future. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase, just 9 words long, that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The Lord declares, I am unfolding something so exact, so personal, and so potent that even the parts of your story that once felt incomplete are now being concluded. This inheritance is not just a surprise, it is a signature. My signature. A mark on your life that proves you have always been part of a more extensive design. I have not just added a blessing to your life, I have inscribed you into a legacy that will outlast you. Comment 11:11. If you believe I have inscribed your name in something everlasting, the person who selected you in their final wish had nothing to acquire. They were not attempting to impress the world. They were listening to me. I guided their spirit. I whispered your name into their heart, and even as they bid farewell to this world, they were releasing something heavenly into your life. You did not pursue it. You did not earn it. You simply aligned with what was already yours. I perceived your integrity when it was challenged. I observed you remain faithful when others faltered. You never required the spotlight to serve with love. And now I am bringing you into a season where your name will carry significance, not because you demanded it, but because I proclaimed it. And when I proclaim something, no one can reverse it. This is the season where closed doors transform into open gateways, where silence breaks into divine guidance, where the inheritance once concealed is now being disclosed. I am lifting the veil. I am sending clarity. You will not have to speculate any longer. I am responding to the unspoken inquiries of your heart with a sacred affirmation. Comment 222. If you have faith in my affirmation, even when you do not perceive the entire design, you are going to observe minor indications at first. Individuals reaching out unexpectedly, previous doors reopening, strange moments of peace that appear to descend from nowhere. Pay attention. That is me. That is how I move before the major surge arrives. I always prepare my children before I elevate them. And your elevation has already been authorized in heaven. The inheritance you are receiving will not be superficial. It will carry significance. With it will come new connections, new understanding, and even new accountability. But do not fear. I am not presenting you with something and withdrawing. I am walking with you into every space you enter. I will communicate for you, shelter you, and direct you in moments when you are uncertain what to say. There will be favor that defies logic to others. People will inquire why you, how you, but you do not have to elucidate the supernatural. You simply walk in it, because when I position something in your hands, no one else can remove it. What I give cannot be obtained through appeal or purchased with riches. It is released through obedience, and your obedience has stirred me. Comment 333. If you recognize your obedience is unlocking something mighty,